Hello Crafty Budgeters, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. On this channel, we are working to craft a budget and a lifestyle to become debt-free. Today on this video, we are going to be checking in on how we did for the last week of February and the beginning of March, and then we're going to do our first paycheck in March breakdown. If this is something that you're interested in, definitely keep watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Crafty Budgeter. Join the Crafty Budgeter family. We have fun over here, all about budgeting and trying to get out of our six-figure debt. So the first thing that we're going to do is quickly just look to see how we did the last week of February with our calendar. I don't go through the actual expenses just because that's going to take too long, but you can see some of our colors. So our weeks start on Friday and go to Thursday. So you'll see there's a little bit of purples in there. Yeah, so we did some spending. Let's just put it like that. I'm going to put it out there from the jump. We did some spending this week and you will see the numbers when we do our weekly check-in. So this is for March, and I just have to stop because I am loving this March printable theme, and you'll see kind of the pages that I have created. I just love the colors, and it's getting into the warmer weather outside, and it's spring is approaching, so I wanted to bring some lighter colors into this month. So everything you see in gray, that's our bills for the month, and then we did some expenses throughout the beginning of the first week of March. If you are new here, the way I do our categories, I kind of break it down: groceries, eating out, gas, personal, and unbudgeted. I listed my goals that I want to have for this month, so I want to put at least $2,000 to debt, and definitely make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be doing a full breakdown of our six-figure debt. So if you want to see what our debt amounts to and like what the categories and the descriptions of our debts are, we're going to be breaking it down. So that will be coming up this week. Then keep with our grocery budget. That is something that I'll probably put on a goal for every month. Keep with our personal spending. Another one that I will probably keep on there every month because clearly I can't keep it in check, but we are working on it. We are a work in progress. And then do something with the family. Have some family fun this month. So that is our monthly spread. And let's just quickly do our weekly check-in together. All right, so for the end of February, beginning of March, these were the categories that we stuffed last week. So we only stuffed groceries, personal, and eating out because the last week of the month is pretty tight when it comes to money and bills. A lot of our larger expenses come out, like our mortgage and some of our other utilities and things. So I didn't put as much into our categories for this week. And you already can tell I am whipping out the red pen because we went over in some categories. I'm just gonna be frank with you. I'm gonna let you know up front. Groceries we didn't actually do too bad in. We have a little bit left over for groceries. So last week we spent $134.37. So we had $15.63 remaining. So that's good. We stuck with our grocery budget, which is amazing. For those of you that know me, that is a win-win-win over here. Now, when it comes to the personal Crafty Budgeter family, I didn't do too good this past week. Yeah, so I spent $56.66. So I was over $46.66. You know, we're doing so well the past 2 weeks, and there were just some things I really needed, and it is what it is. It is what it is. We're moving forward. We're already starting the month off. I think, well, it's a new month, new beginning. Here we go. And then for eating out, we also went a little bit overboard for eating out. we spent $52.36. So we are over $17.36. You hear the sigh in my voice. You know, you win some, you lose some, but I'm hoping that the rest of this month we are going to do better. That's all we can hope for, right? Like, when first you don't succeed, try again, and we are trying again. All right, so gas and miscellaneous didn't get any, and the way that I accounted for the amount that we went over is through our buffer that I always keep in our checking account, which you'll see as we do our paycheck breakdown. So let's just quickly look over how we did last week on our full paycheck budget breakdown. Let's see, which one is it? I think is it this one? Yeah. All right. So not too much red, same starting balance, a little bit over for our cable, and just like last week when I'm realizing that when you pay with like a card or a credit card, there's like those random $1 or $2 charges. I think that's what it is. I'll have to double check next for the bill of this coming month to see if they just raised it $3, but I think it might just be the charge. We'll see. Eating out and personal, you'll see I put our amounts there. You'll see I've had to pretty much use all of our buffer, and then we only were able to put in $53. I didn't put anything to debt. It's just kind of sad, but that's all right. That is all right. I am over it. We were over $29.14. So not horrible. It's not horrible, but we can do better. So we are going to do a lot better with this paycheck. So now let's start stuffing our first paycheck in March breakdown. I mean, not stuffing. We're not stuffing. I'm just excited about stuffing because that's going to be happening soon, and I love doing those videos. But we're going to be doing the paycheck breakdown for the first paycheck in March. Okay, so before we move into our paycheck breakdown, I just wanted to briefly show you how I break down our monthly budget, which I do at the beginning of each month. I kind of go with what I believe our starting balance will be. If you're new here, this is not all of our income. This is just what the starting balance is when we take out our mortgage and ties. Then we go into fixed expenses. So those are the expenses that have a set amount each month, doesn't fluctuate. Then we go to our variable expenses. And then at the bottom, I have a section called the plan. And this breaks down our debt snowball, which right now we have a debt snowball of at least $1,000 every month will go to our debt that we're working on. As you remember, our goal for this month is $2,000. And then our emergency fund, we are trying to save at least $5,000 in an emergency fund this year. So I want to put some money aside to that every week, or at least by the end of the month I want $200. And then our sinking fund I put for $300. And again, since we're a zero-based budget family, you will see that everything adds up to $0. All right, so let's jump into breaking down our first paycheck in March. If you're new here, I don't write and talk just because my mouth gets all jumbled and I make mistakes. So I write everything down and then we talk about it after I write it down. So let me start working on that and then I will be right back. So let's quickly go over what I budgeted for this week. So I started our balance out with $1,849.45. Our timeshare is our only fixed expense that will be coming out this week. So I subtracted the total starting amount from the total fixed expense to get our remaining. of $1,680.74. Then on our variable expenses for our groceries, I'm budgeting $200. At the beginning of the month, I'd like to give us a little bit more money so that way I can restock on anything that we typically buy like once a month. We like to give ourselves $50 for eating out on Saturdays. It's a treat that we get to go out for dinner. And when I say go out for dinner, it's not even going out. Like, we're not even sitting in the restaurant. We're just doing takeout, but it's still exciting because I don't have to cook and my husband doesn't have to cook. So that's always a good thing at the end of a long week. For gas, I budgeted $100. For personal, I budgeted $100. And for gas and personal, that's split between my husband and I. For miscellaneous, $50, so that's if we are out and about and there's just a random expense that doesn't go in our gas, personal, and any other expenses. It can come out of the miscellaneous budget and it doesn't necessarily have to touch our buffer. And our buffer is $150. So I always like to leave $150 in our checking account. So that way, if there's any random expense that gets charged to our account, I have some money in the account ready to go to that. At the end of each week, the remaining money that is left over in our account before the next pay period, I will put to our debt snowball. I've always been able, like other than last week, been able to put a good amount of money back to our debt snowball based off of our buffer. So then adding all of these up, it's $650, and then the remaining, after subtracting the remaining fixed expense to our variable expenses, is $1,030.74. So after I calculate our fixed and variable expenses, I then like to go in and figure out what amount of money is going to debt and savings. So like I said before, $1,000 always goes to our debt from our debt snowball. So $250 we try to put aside every week. Then for our sinking funds for this week, $150. For our savings challenges, it's another $150. And I'm just gonna stop right here because you don't know how hard it was for me to not start this whole breakdown over, like get another sheet because of this mess. I do have whiteout upstairs, but like I wasn't going upstairs to get whiteout for this little mess that I have, but it's like really irking my soul that it's that I messed up. Like, I hate when it like doesn't look all neat, but I am learning that it is okay when mistakes happen and you just move on. Like, is it really that horrible that like you have a little smudge on your paper? Not really, Brittany. Like, relax. Just relax. Anyone else like that? Like, you hate when things don't look really neat and feel like you have to like take a new piece of paper when you mess up on like your notes or something. That's totally me. But this channel, I am working to be a better me, and a better me sometimes is just recognizing when there's things that aren't that big of a deal that I just need to let go. And that was one of them. So I'm very proud that I kept going. Even the ones bothering me. Like, I don't even do my ones like that. The whole thing is messed up, but we're moving on. It's fine. And then $480.74 is going extra to one of our debts. So total for all of our debt and savings for this week is $1,030.74 to give us a zero base budget. So friends, Crafty Budgeter, family, this is it. First paycheck of March. I am feeling excited, and the reason why I'm also so excited and pumped is because I'm going to be doing one of my largest cash envelope stuffing with sinking funds, with savings challenges, with my variable expenses stuffing. So definitely stay tuned. It'll be my next video up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the Crafty Budgeter, join the family. Thank you for watching and have a good rest of your day. See ya. Bye-bye.